Oh my goodness, the energy I'm picking up right now is absolutely electric, and I need to talk about this because what's coming through is making my heart race. There's someone in your life right now, someone who's been on your mind constantly, and the silence between you two is almost deafening, isn't it? You're sitting there wondering if they want you, if they're thinking about you, the way you're thinking about them, and this weird, confusing energy is driving you absolutely insane because they're just not speaking up about their feelings. I feel this frustration, this tension, like you're screaming inside, wanting to know where you stand. And honestly, I completely understand why this is getting on your nerves because the mixed signals, the uncertainty, the waiting, it's exhausting. So let's dive deep into what's really going on here. Let's uncover what they're not saying out loud, and let's get to the truth of this situation because you deserve clarity and you deserve to know what's happening in their heart and mind right now. Before we begin, I want you to remember that only take what resonates with you, leave behind what doesn't, because this is your reading and your intuition knows what's true for you. The first card I'm pulling for you right now is the Two of Cups. And oh my God, when I tell you this card jumped out of the deck with such force, I mean it literally flew out because the universe is screaming at me to show you this. The Two of Cups is the card of deep connection, of mutual attraction, of two souls recognizing each other on a level that goes beyond the physical, beyond the superficial. And yes, this person absolutely wants you. But here's where it gets complicated. Here's where that weird energy you're feeling starts to make sense because the Two of Cups is showing me that they feel this connection just as intensely as you do, maybe even more intensely than you realize. I'm seeing someone who looks at you and feels their entire world shift. Someone who thinks about you when they wake up in the morning and right before they fall asleep at night. Someone whose heart skips a beat when your name appears on their phone. This isn't one-sided. This isn't you imagining things or reading too much into situations. This is real and this is mutual. And this is mutual. And this connection between you two is something they've probably never experienced before in their life. But here's what's happening. Here's why they're not speaking up. And I can feel the frustration radiating off this card because the Two of Cups also represents balance, reciprocity, and equal exchange of emotions. Yet what I'm seeing is someone who's terrified of disrupting whatever dynamic currently exists between you. They're afraid that if they open their mouth and confess how they really feel, they might lose you completely. They might ruin the friendship or the connection you already have, and that fear is paralyzing them into silence. I'm getting chills right now because I can feel their internal struggle. I can feel how many times they've almost said something to you, how many times they've typed out a message and then deleted it, how many times they've rehearsed in their mind what they would say if they had the courage. The energy is weird because you're both standing on opposite sides of a bridge wanting to meet in the middle, but neither of you is taking that first step, and it's creating this tension that's almost unbearable. They want you, they absolutely want you, but their silence isn't rejection, it's protection. It's them trying to guard their heart while simultaneously being unable to stay away from you. The second card coming through is the Knight of Cups reversed. And sweetheart, this is where everything starts to click into place because this card is revealing exactly why this person isn't speaking up about their feelings and why their behavior is getting on your nerves. The Knight of Cups reversed represents someone who's emotionally unavailable, someone who's struggling to express their true feelings, someone who's caught up in fantasies and daydreams but can't translate those feelings into real action in real words. This person is drowning in their emotions for you. They're absolutely consumed by how they feel, but there's something blocking them from being straightforward and honest. I'm seeing someone who might have been hurt in the past, someone who learned to protect themselves by keeping their feelings hidden, someone who's mastered the art of appearing casual and unbothered even when their heart is screaming the complete opposite. The reverse position of this knight is so significant because it shows me someone who's moving backward instead of forward, someone who's retreating when they should be advancing, someone who's choosing silence when they should be choosing vulnerability. What's making this energy so weird and so irritating for you is that you can sense their feelings, you can pick up on the way they look at you or the way they act around you, but then they pull back, they become distant, they don't follow through on the connection you both feel. It's like they're showing you glimpses of their true feelings and then immediately hiding behind a wall. And that inconsistency is what's driving you absolutely crazy. I'm feeling this hot and cold energy, this push and pull dynamic where one moment they're giving you all their attention and the next moment they're acting like you don't exist. And let me tell you, this isn't about you not being enough or you reading the situation wrong. This is entirely about their internal battle with vulnerability and fear. The Knight of Cups reversed is telling me that this person has convinced themselves of 1,000 different reasons why they shouldn't tell you how they feel. They've created scenarios in their mind where everything goes wrong. They've catastrophized the outcome of honesty to the point where staying silent feels safer, even though it's torturing both of you. I also want to mention something really important here because the Knight of Cups reversed can indicate someone who's all talk and no action in some cases. But in this specific situation with the Two of Cups appearing first, I'm not getting that player energy. I'm not getting that they're leading you on for fun or games. What I'm getting is someone who genuinely cares about you, who genuinely wants something real with you, but who's absolutely terrified of being that vulnerable, of putting their heart on the line, of risking rejection or losing what they already have with you. Their silence isn't indifference, it's fear. And while that doesn't excuse the frustration it's causing you or the weird energy you're experiencing, it does explain it. They're stuck in their own head, replaying conversations, analyzing every interaction between you, wondering if you feel the same way, and all of that mental chaos is preventing them from just being direct and honest with you about what they want. Now the third card, and oh, this one is intense. This one is making everything make perfect sense. The third card is the Four of Wands reversed. And when I pulled this card, I actually gasped out loud because this is showing me exactly what's blocking this person from speaking up. The Four of Wands upright is about celebration, commitment, building a foundation together, creating something stable and lasting. But reversed, it represents fear of commitment, instability, lack of foundation, and feeling unprepared for the next level. This person wants you, yes, we've established that with the Two of Cups, but they're absolutely terrified of what wanting you means. They're terrified of the commitment that comes with admitting their feelings. They're scared of the responsibility and the vulnerability that a real relationship would require. I'm seeing someone who might be dealing with timing issues, someone who feels like they're not in the right place in their life to give you what you deserve, someone who's worried about external factors like their career, their living situation, their personal growth, or their emotional readiness. The Four of Wands reverse is revealing that this person has commitment fears that run deep. And it's not necessarily about you specifically, it's about their own internal readiness to show up fully and authentically in a relationship. They might be thinking things like, what if I'm not good enough for them? What if I can't give them what they need? What if I mess this up and lose them forever? What if the timing is wrong? What if we're better as friends? What if this ruins everything? All of these what ifs are swirling around in their mind, creating a storm of anxiety and hesitation. And that's why they're not speaking up. That's why the energy feels so weird and uncertain. They're wrestling with their desire for you and their fear of what comes after confession. And that internal wrestling match is creating this stagnant, frustrating energy that you're absolutely right to be annoyed by, because you deserve someone who's clear about their intentions and brave enough to express their feelings. But here's something really important I'm picking up on, something that's coming through so clearly, it's giving me goosebumps all over my arms. The Four of Wands reverse doesn't mean this situation is hopeless or that nothing will ever happen between you two. It means that right now in this present moment, there's instability and fear preventing forward movement. But cards can change, energy can shift, and sometimes people need a catalyst to push them out of their comfort zone and into honesty. What's getting on your nerves? This weird energy, this silence about feelings, it's all reaching a breaking point, and I'm sensing that something is going to force this situation to come to a head very soon. The universe doesn't let people sit in limbo forever, especially not when there's genuine connection and mutual feelings involved. And I feel like you're being guided toward taking your power back in this situation rather than waiting around for this person to find their courage. The combination of these three cards is painting such a clear picture for me, and I want you to really hear this because it's important. This person absolutely wants you. The feelings are there, the attraction is there, the connection is real and it's mutual, but they're battling their own demons, their own fears, their own insecurities, and their own commitment issues that have nothing to do with your worth or your value. The weird energy you're feeling is the dissonance between what they feel and what they're expressing. It's the gap between their truth and their actions, and it makes perfect sense that this would get on your nerves because you're an intuitive person. You can feel that something is there, but their refusal to acknowledge it out loud creates confusion and frustration. They're not speaking up because they're scared, because they're unsure, because they're trying to protect themselves. But in doing so, they're creating this painful uncertainty for both of you that can't continue indefinitely. I also want to acknowledge how exhausting this must be for you, how draining it is to wonder and wait and analyze and question whether someone wants you when you can feel in your gut that they do, but they won't just say it. That frustration is valid, that annoyance is justified, and you don't have to be patient forever with someone who can't find their voice when it comes to expressing their feelings for you. The cards are showing me that yes, they want you, but they're not ready to do anything about it right now. And you have to decide how long you're willing to wait in this weird, uncertain energy before you either push for clarity yourself or walk away to find someone who isn't afraid to claim you openly and honestly. Your nervous system is reacting to this instability. Your intuition is picking up on the mixed signals, and everything in you is screaming for resolution, for clarity, for this person to either step up or step back so you can move forward one way or another. So where does this leave you? What do you do with all of this information, and how do you move forward from this weird, frustrating energy that's been consuming you? Here's what I need you to understand with absolute clarity. This person wants you, they're thinking about you, they're feeling things for you that they're too scared to verbalize, but their fear and their silence don't obligate you to wait around indefinitely, hoping they'll eventually find their courage. You deserve someone who isn't afraid to choose you, someone who doesn't leave you guessing and wondering and analyzing every little interaction, trying to figure out where you stand. Someone who values you enough to be brave, even when vulnerability feels terrifying. The ball is in your court now because you have the clarity you needed. You know they have feelings, you know why they're not expressing them. And now you get to decide whether you're going to continue tolerating this weird energy or whether you're going to demand the honesty and directness you deserve. If you choose to give them a little more time, that's okay, but set a boundary with yourself about how long you're willing to exist in this uncertainty. And if you choose to walk away or to confront them directly about what you're feeling, that's equally valid, because protecting your peace and your emotional well-being should always be your priority. Trust your intuition, trust what you know to be true, and don't let anyone's fear diminish your light or make you question your worth. You are magnetic, you are valuable, you are deserving of someone who sees you and isn't afraid to say out loud that they want you. And whether that person is the one these cards are about or someone else entirely, that clarity and that certainty is coming for you. Thank you so much for allowing me into your energy today. I'm sending you so much love and strength as you navigate this situation. And remember, the power has always been yours.